The girl drilled 10 holes into the rock, then poured in sulfuric acid and calcium sulfate. Once the two mixed thoroughly, gypsum crystals would form inside the holes. They'd expand from within the concrete, with tremendous pressure, 300 kilograms per square centimeter. This was the so-called silent bomb. Senku created it to retrieve his father's treasure. After 3,700 years, the outer protective layer had become extremely fragile, so there had to be an inner layer of concrete, designed for long-term preservation. Though Kahaku found the treasure chest at the fortress center, she couldn't extract its contents. Smashing the cement by force would definitely attract attention. Fortunately, Senku had anticipated this. The next day, he delivered the silent stone crushing agent. Following Senku's instructions, Kahaku used brute force to drill dozens of holes in the concrete. Of course, things went so smoothly, thanks to Lillian and Jinro. The two not only distracted the guards, but also covered the drilling sounds with a spear performance. Next, Kahaku stuffed reagent into each hole. Then they just had to wait quietly. After a day of chemical reactions, Kahaku returned to the chest that night. With just a light kick, the concrete cracked from inside out. Though she moved the stones carefully, one fragment still fell.
Huh? なんだ?
まさかとは思うが、私は今これ宝箱の中身を割った。いや、無事だろう、おそらくは。
Kahaku collected all the sand. After all, Senku had always done the same. She got it all out before the guards noticed. Meanwhile, Senku was still troubled by the motor's precision. It seemed they couldn't avoid relying on the old man's hands. While he worried about this, Suka brought the treasure Kahaku had retrieved. Senku recognized it gold dust. And within gold dust, there's an extremely small chance of finding platinum. That was the ingredient they needed for the revival fluid. But this one grain might not be enough. Hearing this, Suka wanted to go dredging in the river. But Senku stopped her before she left. Because platinum is a precious metal rarer than gold. Each ton of Earth's crust contains only 0.001 grams. Finding this one grain was already a miracle. But to Senku's surprise, he kept finding platinum in the gold dust. Turns out, Byakuya believed that if humanity went extinct, rebuilding civilization from zero would be impossible. After all, easily accessible rare resources on the surface had long been mined out by humanity. So to give the new civilization a head start, day after day, he collected rare metals from the river, even if he didn't know if they'd be useful. As humanity's last astronaut, he had to leave a treasure for science's future. About 32 years passed, until his final moment, Byakuya held firm to his conviction. Looking at the platinum on the table, Kahaku marveled at how alike father and son were. But Senku told them, he and Byakuya weren't actually blood related. But to Senku, such details didn't matter, because to everyone, they were true father and son.
いただくぜ、Byakuya。てめえの何十年。
Immediately, Senku began making the revival fluid. Soon, he'd assembled a chemical apparatus. With just a small piece of platinum, they could continuously catalyze nitric acid. The miracle water they'd racked their brains to obtain was no longer a miracle, and the plan to revive all humanity was no longer a dream. First, they'd revive their companions in the kingdom of science.
石化光線を奪う。